I want to ask both of you, Congressman, please stand by for a moment. We're getting some very depressing, sad news coming into CNN right now. We can now report that the American journalist Steven Sotloff, 31-year-old freelancer, has been executed by ISIS. They've just released a videotape, ISIS, showing the execution of Steven Sotloff. ISIS released the video, and once again, a brutal execution, a beheading of this journalist, this American journalist. Carl Penhall is joining us from London right now. We know that they've posted still photos, Carl, on Twitter and elsewhere. Is that right? This is coming from ISIS.
Wolf, in fact, a video has also been posted online. We're showing you right now the stills. Again, that is part of our editorial policy, not to show and reflect the ISIS propaganda videos that are going out, and also to try and remember these people in life rather than in death. But yes, this ISIS video, a little over 2 minutes in length. Once again, we are seeing a man with an apparent British accent, dressed from head to toe in black. Apart from sand-colored desert combat boots, he has a knife in his left hand, and the opening words there from Steven Sotloff saying that you know who I am by now and you know why I am here. That is the prelude really to what then comes, and later on in this video we see once again that apparently British accented executioner then pointing his knife into the camera once again, as he did with that brutal execution video of James Foley, saying, Obama, I am back, indicating that this is possibly the same man that took that action against James Foley, and then proceeds to pass a combat knife across Stephen Foley's throat before that video fades to black. Once it does fade to black, once again we see a gruesome picture after that, a blood-soaked body, again dressed in the orange uniform similar to the uniforms that the Guantanamo prisoners were held in, and what appears to be a severed head on top of that body. And at the end of this video, like the last video, we see another hostage there, and apparently an indication there that he may be the next man. We're working hard to identify him, give you some more details about him. In this video, the executioner, or apparent executioner, as he waves his knife, he says, Obama, back off and just leave us alone. Again, brutal propaganda video once again, and it seems that the worst has happened with fellow journalist, freelance Steven Sotloff, 31 years old. Wolf.
And then the masked ISIS figure with the British accent, we don't know if it's the same individual, but we suspect it was who beheaded James Foley, also says in this video, and I'm just coming in, quote, directly addressing the President of the United States, just as your missiles continue to strike our people, our knife will continue to strike the necks of your people. A very blunt statement. Carl, have you had a chance to actually hear the voice of this individual who beheaded Steven Sotloff, and can we make an initial determination whether or not it is the same individual who also beheaded James Foley?
Yeah, I have looked and listened to that video, Wolf, and as tough as it is, sometimes we do have to look through these things to look for clues, even though we don't show them on our air. There are a number of similarities between this video and the last video. Of course, Stephen dressed once again in that orange Guantanamo-style prison uniform. The executioner, or apparent executioner, once again dressed from head to toe in a very similar black uniform to the one that was seen in the James Foley execution video. Once again, this person, who seems to be of similar build, stature and height to the man who appeared in the James Foley execution video, is also wearing a black ski mask type mask over his face. He appears once again to be left-handed. He is certainly holding that combat knife in his left hand. He has some kind of a weapon, difficult to tell on a quick analysis whether that's a pistol or a submachine gun, strapped into a holster under his left arm. That is the same position that the executioner was holding a weapon in the previous video. Same kind of boots as well, American-style desert combat boots, and a very similar accent. Something at first blush you would say this does appear to be a southern British accent, a London accent if you like, and certainly those words out of his mouth saying, "Obama, I am back," an indication that he certainly wants us to think that he is the very same man that appeared on that brutal James Foley execution video as well, Wolf.
And we remember it was only last week that Steven Sotloff's mother, Shirley Sotloff, had this extraordinary statement that she made on the El Arabiya television network, appealing to al-Baghdadi, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS, to spare her son. But now we know that those words were not heeded. Let me get quick reaction from the two top members of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, the chairman, Ed Royce, and the ranking member, Eliot Engel. They're both joining us from Jerusalem. Mr. Chairman, what's your reaction? A second American now beheaded by ISIS.
You know, our hearts go out to the family, to Steven's family. At the same time, we remember the thousands of Christians and other religious minorities who have also been decapitated or crucified, massacred by ISIS as they've rolled across Syria and rolled across Iraq all the way up to